Hi, my name's Keith Cooper from Northlight Images, and I've recently been doing a series of videos about some business aspects of photography, in particular selling prints, because a lot of people ask me about selling prints. However, they also ask me, could I be a photographer? What does it take to be a photographer? I'm assuming they mean running a successful photography business, because all too often that's not obvious in what they say. Now, I'm going to be doing a series of these short videos covering different aspects of running a photography business. This is aimed at people who've thought, I wonder if I could do that. It's not aimed at working professional photographers. Anything I say here should be blindingly obvious to you and you should be doing it. If you're not, then you're either very lucky or you're not going to be a professional photographer for very long. But anyway, so I'll do quite a few of these and try and keep them fairly short and to the point. First up, the bit about can you start a business? It's quite often people get the same way they do with prints. They get somebody look at the prints and go, oh, you should sell them. Or they think, well, oh, these are nice photos. You should be a photographer. I had it myself years ago, long before I actually thought of becoming a professional photographer. People said it. And the thing to ask yourself is, these people who are saying you should be a photographer, you should know, what do they know about photography? Are they in their own business? Do they commission photographers? Do they hire photographers? Do they know anything about photography? I'm going to suggest that if they're just friends of yours being nice because they've seen some pictures of you, that's nice, take it as that, but it's probably not a basis to run a business and start up a business. Do they know anything? And photography these days is constant change. If customers stop buying what you make, it's not their fault, it's your fault. If you could make a business case for using film, then good for you. I'd love to see it. It's going to be quite a particular one, but I'm fully digital, have been for years. It's about making a profit, and that's where it comes to. And I'll come to this again and again in these videos, that if your business isn't making a profit, you have a paying hobby, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do that as a way of sort of exploring your photography and doing it, but it's not about running a real business. For the real business, you have to be able to produce photos and answer the client's question when they come to you as to why would we hire you. You have to answer their what's in it for me question. And whether it's selling prints or whether it's selling the photography. And all the examples of prints I've got here, these are prints from commercial jobs. They were not usually intended to be produced as prints. This one was produced at a large print, but the others are used electronically on websites, and I've just printed them because I happened to be testing a printer and wanted some images to try out. That's how these ones come about largely, although I will use them for the promotion of my business. But anyway, if you're thinking of doing a becoming a photographer, a professional photographer, and to me, professional photographer means you earn a living from it. I mean, there are other connotations, but to me, the baseline is that you earn a living from it. If you've already got a job, you might think of doing it part-time. Yeah, fair enough. How much time are you going to devote to it? If you were to do it full-time, are you used to the problems of being self-employed? Now, for me, living in the UK, I have to support my household, I have to pay the bills, I have to pay my taxes and various things like that. I don't have to pay for healthcare or anything like that. One advantage here, not universal. Some countries you'll have to work out what happens if you get sick, who's going to pay for things. But anyway, the other thing is, when you're thinking about a business, and I'll say this is just an introductory area, look at it, is how much work can you do and what are you going to get paid for it? Because when it comes down to it, it's all about making a profit, and a lot of that comes from having a process, how your business works. You'll notice that I've not actually mentioned much about photography or cameras. That's because very little of professional photography is about photography or cameras. That's the nice bit. But anyway, this is just a sort of quick introduction to it. I'll be doing a few more of these videos. I hope they're of interest. Please do check the links, because I've written articles about this over time. So there are lots more articles on the Northlight website. And if you've got any questions, please ask them and I'll try and answer them in the comments. Thank you.